Howdy, tribe. In the last installment of Minimalist Monday, I introduced you to my day pack and I explained the reasoning for building it, which was, of course, largely motivated by the experience that I had when Jax and I were hiking in Montana. This week, I'm going to go ahead and dive right on in and share the contents of this pack with you. And as I previously mentioned, I haven't spent any money on this yet. Right now, both these packs, they're identical, so the contents are exactly the same. Both these packs were built of stuff that I just had lying around or had cannibalized from other packs that I was no longer really using anymore. So that in mind, let's start from the outside and work our way in. First up, we obviously have the backpack itself. This is a Camelback Mule. I like this pack for a number of different reasons. Obviously, it carries its water bladder inside, which checks my water storage and hydration issues off of my emergency preparedness list. But in addition, it also has some neat features built into the pack, which I really like. For instance, it actually has these 4 independent back supports, which not only provide rigidity to the pack, but also contour to your back. So as you're moving through the woods, changing position, twisting, turning, the pack really fits your back nicely and stays close to you. And it also, because these panels are a little bit raised off the pack, it provides a really excellent ventilation. Furthermore, I also like this pack because it does have a built-in rain cover, which can be put over the pack to keep it dry. That's not a make or break feature, but it is nice to be able to keep your pack dry and obviously keep your gear from getting wet if you have to. All right, so moving inside the pack now, we're gonna start from the front here. In the very front pouch, for obvious reasons, I have put my emergency whistle. This is a storm whistle. This thing is like stupid loud. It's kind of almost dangerous to use. If you don't cover up your own ears when you're blowing it, you could conceivably do damage to yourself. But I like that also because if I am lost and I'm in a survival situation in the woods, obviously my primary focus is getting out of that situation and getting aid or alerting somebody in my current position. I've also attached it here to a ball chain just so that somebody can wear it around their neck if need be. Moving on, inside the pack, you have this front zipper pouch, and it's actually got a lot of little independent pouches inside it, which I really like. But starting from the front and again moving in, this sort of goes in a similar category to the whistle. These are the items that you're going to want to have access to really quickly, but I have a compass here for obvious reasons and a emergency signaling mirror, which again, just like the whistle, could aid me in ultimately alerting somebody to where my current location is. Continuing on, in the next pocket over, I have a couple of my fire options here. First, I of course have a little waterproof container here with a ton of stormproof matches here. I might not ever even get into these, but I like having those as a backup just because I don't want to ever be in the Montana wilderness and go into nighttime and not being able to start a fire. Additional fire option, of course, the tried and true Bic lighter. You really can't go wrong with carrying one of these. They're lights and they basically will always work for you. Even if you can't get a flame out of it, you still have the sparking function too, which is nice. I have it attached to a little leash here just because I like the idea of being able to clip it off, and if I accidentally drop my lighter or whatever, I'm still not going to lose it here. But I can also use this leash for some other tools if need be. Of course, I have a gun here. No ammunition in it right now, obviously. A Smith & Wesson Airway 38 Special here. And I really like this gun because it is incredibly easy to use. I mean, it's basically you pull it out, you point, and you start shooting here. It's double action, so I don't actually have to cock it in order to start firing. I can just start pulling on the trigger, and it's is it the most powerful gun I could carry in the bush? Probably not. There are of course bigger guns that I could carry, but this one, for what it is, it's light, it's compact, it's easy to carry, and it really does throw a hot, nasty piece of lead down range. So it's a really good gun. I really like this one. I've talked about this gun before in some other posts, but it's a tried and true, which is something that I'm confident in, so it does provide an additional level of security for me. I would probably be carrying that on my body in addition to bear mace, which again, like I said, I haven't spent any money, so I don't have bear mace here in this front pocket, but that is something I'm going to need to acquire, and it's probably something I would have in a belt holster close to my gun as well. inside the main pocket here on the back, I have some small miscellaneous tools, and some of these contribute to other kits that actually are inside the bag. I have a couple different options for light. I have a small O-light here with a spare battery. These are great little flashlights. Got a little lanyard on it so I can hang it on my wrist or whatnot, but you have multiple settings here, so you can do an emergency flash setting and also have different brightness settings. So really versatile little light, and it takes up virtually no space. I have also put in one of these Thor headlamps. I really like these lights. I've talked about these before as well, because you can just clip them onto a shirt or your jacket and just leave them on. They can light your path. They don't put out a huge amount of light, but certainly under dark circumstances, it's more than adequate light. I also, in here, have a couple more additional items, which these I would probably say actually go under my first aid, but I didn't, because I have a separate type of first aid kit, which I want to explore as a different item. I have them separated right now. But first, I do have a small tube of super glue. Again, this is an excellent resource for a survivor because you can actually glue wounds shut in an emergency situation. I, of course, haven't put the lid on because I don't want to ruin the glue that's inside. I also have a small roll of duct tape. I don't really feel like I need to explain that the uses of duct tape. It's virtually countless, limitless, but I like this from a emergency medical standpoint because if I really quickly just need to tape off a wound or whatever, this will do the trick. Or if I need to make repairs or whatnot to clothing or something else, I can also conceivably use duct tape. I also have one of these compact fire bellows. Just like I said earlier, fire is a really important one, and I don't want to get caught in a nighttime situation without being able to easily start a fire. These things are incredible. They really make fire starting a cinch, and that in combination with the other tools that I've already brought, this will really probably be everything that I need for easily starting a fire. Additional items in here, I have some Aqua Tabs. Obviously, iodine tabs are kind of a given if you're going to be in any environment where you're not 100% sure that the water is completely potable. Will this remove heavy metals and stuff like that? You know, no, it won't do that. It can't filter that type of stuff out, but it will kill anything that might start growing inside you. So at least that's an additional level of security. I do have some more water supply aids inside my pack, which I'll explore with you here in a moment. Lastly, the last thing that I had in that little Ziploc bag, Chapstick here. This is really more of a morale booster here. I don't think I probably need this for survival, but I am pretty much addicted to Chapstick, so if I didn't have this, I think I would probably die, honestly. I mean, it's like the most important thing that I carry on me from a day-to-day basis. Okay, last couple things that I have inside the pack. Again, my knife. This I actually probably would be keeping in my pocket anyways. I have a Spyderco Pacific Salt here. This is a fully serrate blade, so this does cover my sawing function if I need to chop off small branches or process some small wood or whatnot. But just as a general carry, I love this knife. I've abused the heck out of it. It's really served me well. And of course, because it's made out of H1, it's very, very, very rust resistant. Last but not least, again, this is also probably goes under morale. I would say this probably isn't 100% necessary for a emergency survival pack, but damn, is it nice to have some good bug repellent. Montana bush can be pretty rough, big mosquitoes up there. So just being able to at least provide some small amount of comfort to yourself if you are in the deep bush and scared and don't know what you're doing, where you're going or whatever, it's nice to at least be able to provide that small luxury for yourself. Again, it's questionable whether that's actually a necessity, but I like to have it with me. All right, so as you can see, a lot of space in there, a lot of individual pockets. I could actually have stored a lot more stuff in there, but I haven't yet. Thanks for watching. You guys stay safe out there and have a great week. Take care.